Before understanding how Java works, let's first look at how the computers understand the instructions that are given to them in different programming languages. So when I was a child, I used to translate all the sentences of English into Hindi word by word to understand them. In the same way, computers translate all the programming languages code to its own code that it can understand. And that language in which it converts the code is known as the machine level language or the machine level code. So stay in this video today and we will be discussing what are the different level of languages and what are these languages. We'll see in brief what are these, and we'll also talk about what is compilation, which is a very important part while learning programming. This is Gritesh, you're watching Spunky Quarks. Let's roll in with the intro. So there are mainly three types of languages: the machine level language, the assembly level language, and the high level language. So let's first have a look at machine level language. So machine level language is a language which is understood by the computer, and it is the only language that it understands. It is represented in the form of zeros and ones, which is also called as a binary because there are just two forms of representing it, 0 and 1. And you'll be very surprised to know that all the things that are present in our computers, like any text, any document, any image, any video or anything, everything is represented in zeros and ones by the machine. Everything at the end is zeros and ones. Interesting, right? So this single 0 or the single 1 individually is known as a bit. When we group 8 bits together, it becomes a byte. And when we group 1024 bytes together, it becomes a kilobyte. When we group 1024 kilobytes together, it becomes 1 megabyte, that is 1 MB. When we do the same, group 1024 megabytes, it becomes a gigabyte, that is a GB. So this is what memory space is referred to. You might have heard about memory spaces in GBs and TBs and MBs, right? Even the data of the internet that you use. So bits and bytes are generally referred to these, zeros and ones. Let's see how a simple additional operation looks in a machine level language. So here you can just see the zeros and ones, right? We can't understand it. Just machines can understand. Writing a program in machine level language that is only in zeros and ones is a very cumbersome job. So to overcome this headache, programmers introduce a new type of language that is called the assembly level language. So assembly level language is close to the machine level language. In machine level language, we use zeros and ones. But in assembly level language, we use the internals of computer to write the programs, like the register, which is a type of memory. Even then, computers only understand machine level language, right? So the programs that are written in assembly level language needed to be converted to machine level language. And for this purpose, another program called the assembler was used. So assembler takes the assembly level code and translates it into machine level code. Let's have a look at how the simple addition operation in assembly level language looks like. So this is what it looks like in assembly level language. Still a bit difficult, right? So both assembly level language and the machine level language are known as the low level language. So working with assembly level language was still a headache. Later, programmers came up with a more advanced form of language, that is the high level language. High level languages are very understandable by humans because it uses English words like class, objects, final, case, public. So whatever programming language we see today, like C, C++, Java, Python, these all are high level programming languages. Again, here computer only understand machine level language. So we need to translate the high level language into machine level language. And for doing that, we use a program called compiler. Compiler takes the source code, that is the high level language code, and translates it into the machine level language. The program that we write, the code, it is called as the source code. The source code that is translated from high level language to machine level language by the compiler is known as the bytecode in Java, just in Java. In different programming language, it is known by different names. So this is what high level language has to offer. It is very simple and it is very easy to understand because it has English-like words that we understand. So now let's see what is the role of compiler exactly. So the first thing is compiler checks the syntax and semantics of any code. So what is syntax? Syntax is the structure of code. Every programming language has a structure of writing code. So compiler checks the code whether this code is in correct structure or not. For instance, this is a simple code for writing hello world on your computer screen. But if we remove the semicolon or if we remove anything from this code, it won't work because this is the structure that the compiler needs to convert from source code to machine level code. So that is syntax. It checks for any structural errors. And semantic is about meaning. Compiler checks that whether this line is making some sense or not. So suppose take this example. You can see a plus b equal to c, which doesn't make any sense for computer, because what computer will do, it will take c and try to assign the value of c to a plus b, which is non-meaningful for computer. But in this example, c equals to a plus b, it makes sense because the computer will first add a plus b and then assign the value of the result in c. So that is what semantic means. It's all about the meaning. Another thing that is done by some compilers is to optimize the code so that the code runs faster and better. So the other thing that compiler does is to generate the machine code, which is the main purpose of compiler. So all these points are implemented by the compiler, and together the term used for these is known as the compilation. So compilation means compiler doing all these stuffs. So this is how any high level or assembly level language can be converted into machine level language. So with this, I hope I was able to translate the programming level language to your level language. If you understood this video, hit the like button. If you have any doubt, write in the comment section below. If you haven't formed a group yet, go group together your friends, form the community, share this video with among them and learn. Remember, learning in group is always better than learning alone. And if you haven't subscribed the channel yet, go hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of the next videos as soon as I upload it. So this was all for today, Ravens. So this is Gritesh rolling out for the next video. Till then, learn, code and reload.